Hello and welcome back to Tammy's Antique Vintage Dolls and More. And today, or tonight I should say, it is nighttime now, I am going to do a changing and winterize this little gal here. She's in her summer dress with her tootsies that have been showing. And this is a doll that I got for free. All I had to do was pay for the shipping of her, and then she was shipped to me. A lady was getting rid of a lot of her dolls. This one was painted by her mother. And when I seen her, I just thought, oh, I want her. Because at the time I didn't have a whole lot of dolls, not this big of a doll with these little teeth in its mouth, and right away I just said I wanted her, and I'm so glad I got her. But she was repainted by her mother, and I don't like knocking nobody's restoration. They saw the beauty as they did it, but this is not a restoration that I would do. So she is up to be restored. I don't know what she was painted with. I don't know if she was painted with acrylics or oil. I've never tested to see. But she's starting to chip on the bottom of her feet already. And she needs some work done on her. The woman even painted her eyes green. And I don't know if it's because she wanted green eyes on this doll or she really had green eyes. I'm not sure what she was going for. She just painted them. So I'm going to see if by taking out her eyes, if I can clear up those eyes, take off the paint that she put on them, and we can see what was underneath them. They're not cracked or anything. To me, they look like there could be blue underneath there. So this is a job down the road I'll be doing. I've got too many up ahead of her. So I keep her in my room. She's kind of yellowy looking. So if it comes across the screen that she looks yellow, she is. Her paint, the lady was trying to make, I would say trying to make a flesh tone up, but she put too much yellow into it. And that's what happens. So there is a magic to how you make flesh tone up, and I've learned my lesson. Like I said in my video before this, if you're listening to it, I made one that was just a little bit too orange, and it came out too orangey, and I painted with it in no way. You can either go one way or the other, yellow and your red will make it too orangey, or you can make it too yellowy. So there is a happy medium in there. So when you're making up a flesh tone, I base with white, and then add your yellow and your red, and then a little bit of burnt umber into it. And I mean a little bit of burnt umber. It's better to, and be careful with your red. Yellow you can get away with a little bit more. You can soften it down with the red. But the red is strong, and the burnt umber is very strong. So you don't want to brown it too much, make it too brown. You got to play around with small amounts until you find what you've done, and pay attention to what you're doing as you're making up little tiny amounts. And because it's important, because you want to repeat that for when you want to make a bigger amount of flesh tone. But this has too much yellow in it. So anyways, we're going to dress her, and we're going to dress her for the fall, winterish type of thing. When I put her into her clothes, that will be it for her. That's her clothes for the winter. I don't redress again for not till the spring. And she got dressed in the spring, and I'm just changing her now. So, and sometimes I don't even change this doll at all. I just leave her in whatever she's in. But she's in a little dress here, made by George, actually. So that would be Walmart. She's in a Walmart dress. And I like some of their little dresses, especially the ones they got from Britain. There was George British, I think it was called at the time. Now, is this one of them? No, this is not one of those. No, this was not. So, but I like how the vintage look can be acquired, even in some new materials. I like the scallop on the bottom. I love the embroidery. I love all the pleats in the front and the high bodice and everything. The angel wing sleeves, or we call them butterfly wings sleeves as well. Both the names are used here, but very nice little summer dress. But anyways, we're going to take that off her now. And she's just in her onesie, and what does she have underneath? Oh, she has one of those funky diapers on I wish I had for my kids. I hear both good and bad about them, but anyways, they're good on her, so that's all I can say. So anyways, let's get her dress out. She's going to go into a nice little fall style dress here that I have for her. And it's made by BT Kids, whatever that is. I don't know. I bought some of these dresses back some time ago, and I would say at least 3-4 years ago, at a yard sale. We were going by, my husband and I were in the car, and I went, stop, yard sale. And I saw all these little girls' clothes hanging up, and this lady went to the States. For us in Canada here, going to the States, since we're so close to the border, is a big deal for us here, because we find that you have things that we don't have, and I imagine if you come over here, you'll find things that you don't have. We've heard both sides of it. And so anyways, that's just how it goes from country to country. And imagine I go into another country, I'll find something that we don't have and they have. You know, so that's just how it goes. But anyways, she had went to the States and bought all these lovely dresses. She was selling them like for anywhere from $3 to $5, brand new. And she had the original hangers for them, everything. And I come in and I just scooped up a bunch of them because I knew with these big dolls they would look great on them. And they were in these dolls wear about, I would say, 3 to 6 months and closer to the 6-month size. So when I seen what she had, I scooped up a bunch of them. And a bunch to me would be about anywhere over 5 of them, 5 to 10 of them. But anyways, now these little short pants don't really justify her long legs. These dolls are really great with these swing legs, that they have like a bit of a longer pantaloon type pants on. But I don't have that right now, and this dress here doesn't have it. These ones hug up near the high leg level, the crotch area around the diaper. But you can always pull them down, give them a little bit of, you know, length to them, and we'll put on this nice little dress for her. It's a long sleeve dress too at that, so when the cold weather comes, she'll be fine. She'll be funky fine. The only thing is that her lower legs are exposed, but she's indoors, and they don't feel the cold. They're just dolls. So we can dress them how we feel. There we go. Oh my goodness, look at this on her. Now see, that fits her just beautiful, especially for a sitting doll. The dress can go right over her feet. Now, here, let me do her up at the back. And this is just a fit on her. To go around her neck is just about all she can tolerate. It's a tight fit around her neck. It just fits her. There we go. Oh, and this last one, yeah, now just to show you what I'm going through at the back. You can see how it's pulling right here in her back. And sometimes if you just can't get that button, see that button's way over there. I wish it was just over a bit, which you can do, but I'm more than sure I can get it to button. There we go. Now if I had my own little girl in that, I just wouldn't put it on her till I move that button over. But anyways, you can tell it's pulling on her at the back there, but yeah, that's a fit on her. Doesn't she look sweet with the roses on it and everything? Very nice. So we're going to put on some little socks on her. Now I have a little something to tell you here. Tonight when I was looking for her socks, I happened to be going through my sock drawer, and as I was looking for some proper socks for this dress and whatnot, I came across a $50 bill. Who knew? I am bad for putting money, tucking money away, and I always tell my husband, if I die first, go through everything, because I probably got money put away somewhere. I'm really bad for that, for taking something and just putting a little bit here and a little bit there. Canada came out with these $10 bills that have all our prime ministers on them. And I tucked away a bunch of them. I don't know where. I haven't got a clue where. It's somewhere out in my workshop, and I've been through everything. But somewhere they are out there, or in the house. There's not many of them, but there's some there. And I don't know what I've done with them. I haven't got a clue what I did with them. All I know is I put some away. And that's the end of that. So I'm going to re-put the sheet. I'm going to put these socks on her. These really are meant for a newborn, but we're going to make them fit for her, and we're going to put on these nice little red, oh yeah, these fit her nice. Now can we get that sock to come up? Can we get this to stretch across? There's just a little pair of soft shoes. Oh yes. And then we can pull this down over. Looks sweet. Oh yes. Very nice. There we go. So I might be surprised again when I go through something around here and find out where I put those. I think there was 4 of them. It's not like a whole lot of money, but I think about 4 I put away. I wanted some for my kids, just for them to have. And I think I put them away for them. Oh, isn't that looking cute now? Now all we just need is a nice little winter hat for her. But I did pull out. No, that's not going to look good. Okay, we're not going to go with that. I had something else here, but we got a nice little hat here for her. I'm big on hats. I love hats on babies, and especially wool hats. I love the sweaters and the hats and the booties and all that on babies. My babies wore all that. Even though when the booties fell off, I was sticking them right back on them. Oh, doesn't she just look sweet? Now we don't see that awful colored red hair. I love red hair on babies, but the way it was done on her, I don't really care for, and that's what I'm saying. So anyways, there she is. She's all been winterized and she's ready. Pull up those sleeves just a bit. There we go. Oh my goodness, look at her. Isn't that a cute little dress? And she's not looking too bad there. So there we go. So I hope you enjoyed that changing. That doll changing, and there'll be more to come. And we'll talk about each doll as we go through, and what they look like and what they comprise of, what their story is behind them. So there we be. Have a great night and finish off your week great. And we'll talk again soon. Bye-bye.